Man, BET, how you mess up the awards like that, man? How you, man, it's just disrespectful. And Rick Ross, how you leave your mans? I thought it was your mans them. But man, we talk about all that today on Tales from the Crib. So you already know what you need to do. Hit that subscribe button. Matter of fact, while you at it, hit that like button. And you know what? Hit that notification button, because you know you want to stay tuned with the mess. Man, we got it all, man. Even Joe Biden fumbling in the bag, man. I think we might be going to the other side. I might be Republican.
Welcome to the show, everybody. It's your host, Chico, not a Chico 2 times. That's Felix Supreme, 3Mo5.
3Mo5? What do you mean 3Mo5?
I'm saying 3Mo5 because you were stumbling the intro like Joe Biden was stumbling through the debate. Man, whatever. But welcome to the show, people. We're running into this podcast like Rick Ross was running from the OVO goons.
Yeah, hater, man. My dog wasn't running at all. That wasn't him.
He was a runner. He was a certified track star.
That was his doppelganger. That wasn't him. That was Sean Kingston.
Sean Kingston's in jail right now.
No, he's not. He's free.
But speaking of free, welcome to Tales from the Crib, episode 163. It's 106. No, some episodes have been 2 hours. That's more than 163 hours of entertainment.
Exactly. More than 163 hours of entertainment. 163 episodes of mess. All the gossip, the weekly tea, the weekly news, man. We got what you want. We got what you need, man. From political stuff all the way to the
Toronto streets.
Got it all, man. Hey, but thank y'all for staying tuned. Thank y'all for watching, man. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and make sure y'all comment something down, man. We about to get into the juicy details. You already know the first topic got to be, man.
What is it?
Our future president.
Your future president.
I'm
Canadian.
What?
I'm just kidding. I'm not Canadian.
Just because it's Canadian Independence Day.
I'm switching teams to Canada.
You don't even like Canadian bacon. I thought you was Muslim.
I like all bacon, and I'm not Muslim.
Horrible. Man, but you know what we not going to do, man? What we not going to do is sit here and watch our president, Joe Biden, sit here and fumble the bag away, man. It's too much at risk right now. Everybody's saying he needs to drop out. Everybody's saying he needs to drop out because...
And then who's going to run you?
I mean, we got a lot of people. We're going to talk about everybody that we think should be running for the elections for the Democrat side, but we got a video right here of basically everything that's going on and how
Biden
silly they're making the United
Trump
States look.
Sleeping with Stormy Daniels.
Exactly.
How you talking to me when you messing with a peace star while your wife's pregos?
That's just, how disrespectful can you get, Trump? God.
Let's check out the video clip.
The crimes that you are still charged with, and think of all the civil penalties you have. How many billions of dollars do you owe in civil penalties for molesting a woman in public, for doing a whole range of things, of having sex with a porn star on the night while your wife was pregnant? I mean, what are you talking about? You have the morals of an alley cat. Take a look at what he says he is, and take a look at what he is. Look, I'd be happy to have a driving contest with him. I got my handicap, which when I was vice president, down to a 6. But by the way, I told you before, I'm happy to play golf with you if you carry your own bag. Think you can do it?
That's the biggest lie. That he's a 6 handicap of all.
I was an 8 handicap.
Yeah.
8.
Never.
But I had, you know how many?
I've seen you swing. I know you swing.
Let's
not act like children.
President Trump, we're going to
Let's not act like children.
Madam Vice President, as you're well aware, one of the biggest insecurities facing the campaign going into tonight was the claim, potentially, that President Biden is too old, that his mental acuity is just not there. Reaction across the board, including from Democrats, is that they were not convinced, potentially, tonight. What do you say to those voters who watched tonight and weren't sure that he is mentally fit?
Listen, he did not get off to a strong start in that debate, but he had a strong finish. And, it was a slow start, but a strong finish. And the bottom line is this. Let us not decide the outcome of who's going to be president of the United States based on a 90-minute debate. Let's...
Gotta go to the Waffle House.
I just want to speak from my heart. I love that guy. That's a good man. He loves his country. He's doing the best that he can. But he had a test to meet tonight to restore confidence of the country and of the base, and he failed to do that. And I think there's a lot of people who are going to want to see him consider taking a different course now. We're still far from our convention, and there is time for this party to figure out a different way forward if he will allow us to do that. But that was not what we needed from Joe Biden, and it's personally painful for a lot of people. It's not just panic, it's pain for what we saw tonight.
Now, before we start, man, I want to ask y'all and my co-host, are you surprised that CNN and all these media places are saying that they need Joe Biden to drop out? Because right now it's not.
They're turning on him.
They're turning on him. Are you surprised that CNN and everybody's turning on him and it's vocal and they're doing this out on TV in front of everybody instead of?
No, because if I've learned anything from you, co-host, people like to flip-flop. They like to flip-flop on politics. They like to flip-flop on sports teams.
Oh, my God.
And they like to flip-flop on their fearless leader. I never believed in him from day one, so it's not a flip-flop for me.
Really?
It's almost like how everyone jumped on the, Drake hate bandwagon. It's like I've been on the Biden hate wagon.
Because you know how everybody was saying, oh, Joe Biden is fine.
The economy's trash. We're all about to get exploded by nukes.
And then you see the
Russia's coming. China's joining up. They're trying to tag team us right now.
Pretty much. Because
North Korea is trying to bring the fire.
But at the same time, what did Joe Biden say that only thing we have to worry about right now is the biggest problem is Trump, which is a lie. We got all these other problems going on around the world, like you said, Russia's having their issue, and
Oh yeah, and then we're like, we got to do all this, giving all this money to Ukraine.
Exactly, and not everybody.
And then Russia's like, hey, if you're in too much.
Exactly, and everybody's looking like everybody's ending with egg on their face because look at the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party didn't know that they would need anybody else to step up to take on the role for Joe Biden.
Who's stepping up?
We don't know. At the current moment, they're saying in August they're going to have the Democratic convention where they was going to nominate Joe Biden, but some people saying they should leave it open. They got a couple people that they.
What do you mean they were going to nominate? He is a nomination because he's the current standing president.
Right now,
they convince him to step down.
Yeah,
then they'll have to do a quick vote. And then someone's gonna have to throw together a campaign in like 5 months.
Exactly. Yeah. Basically, and the only people you really have is Kamala Harris. They got Kamala Harris. They got the governor. Your favorite governor in California, Gavin.
You remember when Charlemagne interviewed Camilla, and he's like, "Where have you been?"
Fact.
I was like, "You were like, we did it, Joe, the night that y'all won, and then I haven't seen you since."
Pretty much. It ain't gonna go like that with other people.
And then until this video clip.
Pretty much. Also, they got Gretchen Whitmer, the governor of Michigan. They got Andy.
Gretchen Wieners.
Horrible. They got Andy Brishire, the governor of Kentucky, and J.P. Pritzker, the governor of Illinois. All those people, we don't know what their policy is going to be, what they're standing for. Only thing they know is that any of these people would be a better candidate than Joe Biden. Sleepy Joe. Because at the point of it, do you think people care that all the lies that Trump was telling while he was on set on the stand?
Allegedly they both were telling lies. Biden was saying that he had a great golf game. He could barely walk. What makes you think he could swing a club?
You got that, and then
you got Trump saying this and that, and then
he wasn't even answering.
They both really were telling lies across the board.
And he wasn't even answering.
Depends on what you look at.
And none of them were really answering. Not none of them. Joe Biden was answering the questions, but Trump wasn't really answering the questions because I thought this time was going to be different. Because remember last time they had a debate.
It's like, that's a great question. I got a better question.
Exactly. It didn't make any sense. Like last time, Trump was over there yelling, even though the time was out for Trump. Trump was still yelling and talking to Biden. But then this time, they was like, "Oh yeah, we got this new machine.
We got a mute button.
We got a mute button. It's gonna
just like if my co-host gets too lippy over there, I got a mute button for him right here.
Whatever, man. But so they had the mute button. It didn't even matter. As soon as they asked Trump the question, they was like, "Oh," Trump was like, "You know what, Joe Biden, you're a liar. This is why you're a liar." And then they had asked Trump the question 2 or 3 times, which didn't make.
They should have him do the trending TikTok dance right now, and the first one that's able to do it is the president, because then the first one to break their hip, they're just DQ'd. They're not going to be able to go on the race.
True, but do you think 5 months is enough time to throw a campaign together and to beat Trump? Because at this point,
no, because they wouldn't even have the money. They would have to get donations, and then who's going to really donate big, massive, lump sums of money to a new candidate?
They need Michelle.
Came out of nowhere.
They need Michelle Obama. She's the only one that can win right now. She's the only savior.
Chief Keef for vice president.
Chief Keef's not running. Horrible.
Nah, but be the vice president. Let Michelle be the president.
Hey, I mean,
first woman president.
It's getting real crazy. I mean, and they just granted. I think they just granted Donald Trump immunity on some of his the
Supreme Court had a ruling where they were saying that the president basically has immunity from like being like getting in trouble or getting persecuted for like some
of the crimes.
Yeah, not all of them, but some of them, something like that.
So a lot of people were like, "Oh yeah, this isn't fair." I mean,
they're all criminals. So I mean, if you really believe like all the stuff going on, you're really a debt to that. Because like at the end of the day, it's like it's all facade.
Exactly. I mean, like you don't know what's going on. I mean, Trump's over there saying Biden's over there being ran by the shadow government. And look, Biden can barely talk. So who's really running the country? Is it really his wife? And wife over there helping running everything, telling him everything, helping him run the country. Cause I mean, your wife really knows. You talk. Your wife do everything.
Remote control.
Horrible.
They're like the batteries are getting low,
and then you talk about Donald Trump and how he got the Project 2025 where he's gonna take over the world. Then you see how they're trying to put all these 10 commandments on all these schools.
He was in Home Alone. How bad can you be?
Horrible.
Macaulay Culkin. Is that not?
I mean, you see everybody turned. I mean, everybody turned their back. But I mean, right now it's looking. I mean, it's looking different. I mean, they're saying like he has a lot more black voters for some strange reason. He has a lot more black voters and more Hispanic voters are looking to vote for Trump.
So I see the economy is trash and inflation's through the roof. We saw that at the grocery store the other day. They're trying to charge us an arm and a leg for some chips and lunch meat.
Pretty much. I mean, they're trying to charge an arm and a leg for chips and lunch meat, and then you see what
milk, bread. All the essentials.
Trump's over here talking about, oh yeah, when I was in rain, we didn't have this problem. This all happened when Joe Biden happened, then Joe Biden talking about how we didn't have any real problems, and allegedly like 18 military vets lost their lives, and that's disrespectful how he ain't really talk about that, and that was real catastrophic.
Oh, he said that we ain't lost nobody underneath his watch, and actually 18 people did.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're saying like you don't even know. You ain't even respecting your troops.
So I mean, it's looking real crazy. I mean, everybody's lying to us. I mean, everybody really knows that the presidents, the people that run for presidents don't really run everything.
Like if you hate celebrities, if you hate Trump, if you never liked The Apprentice, that he may not be your cup of tea, but he got the economy straight.
You think
he kept the other countries in straight. We didn't have all this inflation before. Like things were going on, it was doing a lot better. Things were easier.
Oh, did you like how they were talking about when the hostage situation? Like Trump was like, "Oh yeah, how come every time?"
Oh, he would have let Brittany Griner. She would still be there today if Trump was in office.
No, Trump said he would have got her free that day, but he
wouldn't have gave him nothing.
He would have given him nothing. And then you see Joe Biden out here giving tens of billions of dollars.
Yeah, he got fleeced in that trade.
Exactly. So every time basically they release a hostage, we're paying billions and billions of dollars.
Just like Golden State getting like 2 second-rounders for Klay Thompson. We'll get into that later. Sorry, Lakers.
But comment down below how y'all feel about this whole situation. Do you feel like we in trouble?
No, I mean, because if you remember, Russia wasn't attacking Ukraine when Trump was in office, and then also North Korea was in check, and even Trump had a relationship with their leader and set foot. He was like the first, I think, like president or leader from another country to step foot in
Kim Jong-un?
Yeah, with Kim Jong-un in North Korea in like how many years? And they actually were like cool with each other. And now that Biden's in, he's like, you know what? Maybe we need to attack South Korea again. And it's like, nah, man, just let them live. They putting out music. It might not be your type of music. It doesn't mean you need to be murking everybody, Kim Jong. You need to stop the murk now. But comment down below, which geriatric white dude do you want to be your leader? And who do you think will go to the nursing home first? But I'm going to go with Trump. He's like a few years younger. But it seems like his brain's a lot sharper at the moment. So we'll go with him right now. Plus his economy. He's a businessman. He's going to run the country like a business. And it's going to be the best plan you ever seen.
And I'm going to go
the best plan you ever seen.
Oh, comment down below how you feel about that. Moving on here, man. More news. We got BET Entertainment.
My co-host was saying like nobody watches this. No one respects BET anymore. And I was like, co-host, You gotta love it for the arts.
Man.
And he was like, forget the BET. I got no love.
Exactly.
What happened, co-host?
Man, I got no love for it, man. It's so much stuff went down on the BET Awards that we finna talk about. But first, we gonna show you these clips. We got Gunna getting disrespected. We got Angela.
This is allegedly what I would have done if I was on the blue carpet.
Exactly. We got
you know what? I just noticed that they don't got no red carpet. It's blue.
Exactly. We got Angela Simmons showing her new purse off that, had her apologizing later. And then we having the biggest snub of the year. I can't believe this girl won the award. And some more disrespect.
Gonna want it, man. You can't be in the city doing all that rat.
What? So I see a lot of conversation around the bag, the purse I wore to the awards. And normally I don't address like rumors and stuff, but I'm not like that. Never been like that. I'm super, I'm not violent. I've obviously been through a lot in my personal life when it comes to gun violence, and it's very personal to me, but I just liked the bag, and I thought it was cool, and I thought it was a fashion moment, and that was it. I didn't have any intentions of ruffling anyone's feathers. It seems like or a couple of people, I'll say, are a little upset, but I don't mean no harm. I'm super peaceful, and yeah, I'm sorry if it bothered anyone, but that's not me. That's just not how I am.
Think you the shit, bitch. You not hoe. Bitch, I'm the motherfucking stankiest fart you ever smelled, bitch. Oh my God.
That's because it's fake booty. It's that BBL juice.
They said the BBL does smell. And here you have, the Usher tribute where, just straight disrespect. I mean, a lot of
Usher
people
was just looking real R. Kelly-ish with all those young girls doing.
You would hate it. I mean, but I mean, a lot.
He's like, come here.
So if you didn't know, I mean, this whole BET Awards was just about paying tribute to Usher. Usher's been in the game for almost 3 decades. They did a tribute. They had
you were very disappointed.
They had Coco
like,
Jones.
How do you mention Usher, but you don't mention Diddy?
Exactly, it didn't make any sense. So they mentioned Jermaine Dupri. They mentioned basically Usher's younger years. And you already know, if you know Usher, man,
They mentioned the Biebs.
They didn't mention the Biebs. They didn't mention the Biebs either. No, but I mean it's something different.
Because it's BET.
So I mean, with the performance happening, I mean, Coco Jones performed, Victoria Monet performed, Tiana Taylor performed. Chloe Bailey performed. They all did the tribute to Usher. They all did a certain song that Usher did.
Oh, Keke Palmer was also.
Palmer also did
just doing the ultimate disrespect. Still not letting it go. Still throwing herself at Usher, the man that ruined her marriage. And she's like, I don't care. I like him.
Disrespectful. And it was also disrespectful how's the Usher tribute and you have no dudes up there. Chris Brown didn't perform. You could have used Chris Brown.
Chris Brown's
Usher,
still not forgiven.
Usher. You could have used Tank.
Usher's not the performing. It's his night to be
celebrated.
Usher
for Omarion.
Omarion's been like the Dollar Tree Usher for a long time.
He still could have performed.
No.
It's a lot of people.
No one wants to see Omarion.
It's a lot of people you could have used to perform take the guy role.
No, the only one, what's his face?
Ty Dolla $ign. Somebody.
Ty Dolla $ign would have been cool if he would have did like a different rendition.
You
know what would have been super funny to do an Usher rendition?
Who?
Nellyville.
Oh my God! It has to be a singer, fool.
Nelly's not a singer.
No, Nelly's
when
not.
has Nelly even not been classified as a
He's
singer?
a rapper. What are you talking about?
He's got the vocals. He's a songbird of our generation.
This guy's here, Riri. So back to what we were saying. Then you see Angela Simmons. Angela Simmons came to the BET Awards with her little purse gun, and she started pointing at everybody. Now, the only reason why she did the apology is because if you know Angela Simmons, you know her baby father. He died from G violence. He had an uncle that died from G violence, and she goes with Yo Gotti brother, which we also talked about. Recently passed away.
Name?
Who? Big Jook.
Yeah.
Big Jook passed away. Yeah, I mean, and it's a tragic situation. If you're saying this is a trauma situation that happened, and so traumatizing, why would you walk around with a something shaped like a
protection? Because she knows that the fins are spinning the block.
Oh, but it's not a real one.
Fins are coming.
It's a purse.
The fins are coming.
This guy's horrible.
You better stay strapped.
So, I mean, think about it.
But they ain't even worried about the biggest op.
Who?
TK. TK coming back, baby.
Who's TK?
Terry Kennedy. Put some respect on the name.
Oh, she's going to Terry Kennedy also?
Back in the day.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. I did forget about that.
Oh, no. What was the Rev Run show?
Rev Run. Run's House.
Run's House.
I didn't know that.
That was funny, his little bathtub isms.
I forgot all about that. And if you didn't know, I thought it was just my TV that was messing up. Remember when the Usher situation was going on and he was doing the speech?
Oh, the audio was going on?
And you was messing, yeah, and that supposedly that was an issue with everybody. And BET issued out an apology saying, "Oh, sorry that happened." And we issued an apology out to Usher, and allegedly they also cut out Usher's speech where he talked about how like being a black man is hard, and you know how you need to give black men grace and all this other good stuff about black men. But BT cut it all off. But BT cut it all off, and it was just disrespectful. I was like, how you just disrespect black men like that? So that's twice.
But I like to talk trash, but I actually like Usher.
See? And then this whole BET Awards, it didn't even feel like BET. It felt like BET her. Like every performance was a grip performance.
What, ladies can't get the light?
It's the whole show.
Misogyny.
The whole show?
Misogyny.
I guess, or whatever.
Men been getting the light since the dawn of time.
But you always put a girl in the show. You always had Little Kim. You always had Foxy Brown. You always had MC Light. You always had some type of other female rapper there. You had a whole.
Didn't NLE Chopper perform?
No, NLE Chopper didn't perform. He was over there looking at Coco Jones. That's all he did. Exactly. See? None of them.
But it's all right.
Honestly, honestly, what I've been feeling.
The ladies can't have one night out of 1,000. The ladies can't have one night.
They had last year BET Awards.
Misogyny.
Horrible. How you have all this stuff, but then their records don't even be selling. Not Gorilla. I think Gorilla albums didn't even only sold like 19K. Something like that.
Emotional damage.
Whatever.
It is emotional damage.
It is what it is. And you already know BT was going down the drain as soon as they hired Tyler Perry. Because think about it. Name a movie that Tyler Perry had that he made the man look good. Besides the little girls. You can't.
Tyler Perry's a menace. We already know that.
Exactly.
He's part of the ritual.
See? Pretty much. It was just disrespectful. I mean... But besides that, I mean, the BET Awards were good. I like the performances. I mean, the fact that...
just like all the ladies shaking it.
You know what's funny about the uniform? It looked like every girl that went up there to rap, they all had the same uniform. Short shorts and a tight shirt.
What they're working with.
And they all twerked. And it was crazy. And you see how people were talking about how Lotto and Ice Spice finally beefing? They finally...
What?
Guys, horrible.
No, it was a good show. I like that Ice Spice did her diss towards Lotto on stage, and Lotto let that happen. She should have fought her backstage.
You think that was really? You think that?
And also, I can't believe the racism. Sexy Red been throwing it down, been the best female artist for like the past year and a half, and then give Tyla, who everyone's been hating on. She has what, like one song? Does she have 2 songs?
She has 1 or 2 songs, but I mean, she doesn't identify as black.
What does she identify as?
It's something else. I mean, like some whole Caribbean thing they got going on.
What is that?
Caribbean thing?
Yeah, what does she identify as?
It's some Caribbean thing. She doesn't identify as black, because that was one thing.
I know, but it's... Do you know what she identifies as?
No, what? Do you know?
Oh, never mind. But yeah, she's been made fun of.
Exactly. I mean, cause I remember shooting on the whole Breakfast Club thing, and they were talking about questions that Charlamagne couldn't ask. Like, he couldn't ask the Kai questions. He couldn't ask about the race question. He couldn't ask about a couple other things. So, I mean, and a lot of people, the whole Tyler situation, a lot of people were mad because when it was announcing, like, oh, the person's going to win New Artist of the Year, the whole BET Awards, everybody was screaming out Sexy Red, Sexy Red. And then they announced
I mean, she
her.
was even there with her baby daddy, Chief Keef.
Exactly. Are you surprised? Are you mad, upset that Chief Keef didn't perform with her?
I mean, I'm surprised they let him there. He'd been banned for so many years.
Hang on.
That's the first time I think he went to a BET show since he came out.
It has been.
He got kicked out in 2013, 2014, and never been back.
I forgot about that. He has been a menace for a while, but I mean, hey. Comment down below how y'all feel about the BET Awards. What's your favorite part? What's your favorite performance? I mean, I gotta say the Megan Thee Stallion part is amazing. Make sure y'all check out her album.
Your favorite part was Jack Harlow and Drewski.
Jack Harlow and Drewski didn't even perform. What are you talking about?
Why is Jack Harlow on the flyer?
He's just there. It's just a flyer. I don't.
Why was he invited?
Cause he's DJ Drama.
It doesn't count.
Horrible. But yeah, like I said, man, let me know how you feel about this. I mean, they got Beyonce. Beyonce wasn't there.
Beyonce's never there.
Exactly.
They just throw her name up there because she's nominated.
They got Drake. Yeah, because I think Drake Harlow was nominated.
I guess he was nominated.
He was nominated for something.
How was he nominated?
He has a song. I don't know which song.
All this rule bending, I don't approve. Jack Harlow shouldn't be eligible for any awards. He should be only eligible at the CMAs.
Speaking of awards, this next topic right here is my Cole's favorite, man. As soon as this happened, he called my phone, blowing it up, said, "Hey, did you see it? Did you see it?" I said, "See what?" He said,
"He's a runner. He's a track star."
He said, "Klay Thompson just got signed, and Rick Ross is the new Sha'Carri Richardson."
Yep, he broke her records.
So what happened?
He's wearing Vomeros.
So tell me what happened.
He moonwalked out of this one.
So tell me what happened. Let me know how you.
So he was in Canada thinking that he was Ricky Rose, Ricky Rose, the boss, the biggest boss, but he took a loss because he was out there in Canada. He was playing Kendrick Lamar, Not Like Us, thinking it was sweet, and it turned sour real quick. The OVO goons, the Hell's Angels. They jumped on him, and he sacrificed his DJ. He sacrificed his bodyguard, and he hid behind the gate. And he said, "Get me out of here." And 50 Cent even commented about it. We'll show that in a second. And, yeah, his DJ got knocked out of socks. And his security got hallucined.
Facts.
It was a mess. We only can show, like, a little bit of the clips because that don't have the best angle because we can't show too much on YouTube. We can't show too much violence.
But see this knockout.
His hands are rated E for everyone.
See this knockout you've been talking about so much.
I don't even know if this really shows it like that. Rick Ross is like, what do you mean? Oh, that big dude is the Hell's Angel, allegedly. The crowd wasn't feeling it. They ain't chanting it. He snuck him. Chinned him. Oh yeah, they got the security guard out there by himself. There's the little DJ. He's about to get popped. Milo up.
What's up, nigga? Keep going home. Keep going home.
Oh, he got kicked.
Hey guys, I just saw a very unfortunate situation that took place in Canada, and I want to say to everyone, that I hope that brother made it home safely. I hope that he now has a different perspective and a better sense of what to do and what not to do while you're out in the world, That part where the young guy went he did this little move and shit and got knocked the fuck out, right there. That does not reflect him. That reflects his camp, and he might need to go get the Dream Chasers or
Dream Chasers.
The Dream Chasers?
Do you need
disrespectful? So you see right here, Rick Ross showing off his fit after leaving Vancouver. So like my co-host was saying, man, Rick Ross.
But he said, "Don't worry, y'all. I know y'all took a beating for me, and I ran while y'all got your teeth kicked in. But I'm getting your free wing stuff."
Horrible. So if you didn't know, the reason why Rick Ross was in Vancouver was because he was at the Ignite Music Festival. Him, Waka Flocka were two of the artists that was invited here to perform. You can go on the website, you'll see them all there. And if you didn't know, it's 40 hours away driving from Toronto. So these people that came to put the fist of hands on Rick Ross, they drove a long time to come there. But if you didn't know, Rick Ross came there to perform. He was performing.
They didn't drive. They were flown.
He was could have flown. Yeah, most likely flown. If you didn't, Rick Ross up there performing. He was performing "Stay Scheming," "I'm on One," "Pop That," "Diced Pineapples." All the songs that him and Drake got a collab with. And then as soon as he was done, he told the DJ, play that new Kendrick, and for some strange reason the DJ played that. The people of the Canadian
DJ had to take an L for that.
DJ had to take an L for that. The people in Canada didn't like that. They stood up for Drake. So the question is, do you think Drake sent the hit out for Rick Ross?
Nah.
Because he knew Rick Ross was going to be there?
Rick Ross did that to himself.
Or was it just Canada?
He should have known he's not safe in Canada. I don't care what he's doing out there, if it's a festival or not. And then he tries to, try his luck. Maybe I'll win him over by doing some Drake songs, doing my hits. Because all his hits are with Drake.
Pretty much. Not all of them.
Most of them. And then, he's like, I'm going to do the whole big sneak diss at the end and play the Kendrick song as I walk off the stage. And they're like, we ain't going.
I mean, they never go for that. Think about it. This is like Canada never played when it comes about Drake. You had the Pusha T situation when he was performing on stage. They was throwing stuff on stage with that situation.
They take his chain.
They ain't take his chain.
His
and then that's the DJ Drama situation. He was at a music festival. He got lined up by top 5 in them. So I mean, and then he got his chain. He got his chain taken and got his tooth knocked out. So it's crazy up there in Canada. They saying they not soft. Everybody out here thinking that Canada's soft. I mean, Tony Ayo.
They got to be tough. They got to survive those winters.
Horrible.
Think they're just out there being pansies? No, you be a pansy, you'll freeze to death. You got to be able to survive. So they're not playing around. It looks like everyone was saying, how did the first person to take a big L in the Drake and Kendrick be Ricky Rose?
Because Kendrick Lamar don't come out.
Ricky Rose, how'd you get caught lacking Ricky Rose?
Kendrick Lamar don't come outside at all. What are you talking about? You ain't gonna never see Kendrick Lamar again. For
what was his old job?
Officer Ricky, as a correctional
certified PO.
Yeah, horrible.
Parole officer.
That was just a job, man. You were just hating. Everybody had a job before. But I mean,
not with the ops.
So forget all that. So since they saying that Rick Ross can't come to Canada, can Drake come to Miami? Can Drake come to California?
Drake can go wherever he wants. We know he's good in California, according to WAC 100.
Oh, disrespectful.
He said, "Ain't nothing happening to Drake if he come to Cali."
Listen, man, don't nobody listen to WAC 100.
And nobody listen to Rick Rose. You gotta get tapped in with gunplay if he wants real safety.
Nah, but he couldn't go. Because everybody that Rick Ross hang with is felons that got some type of charge, and when you go to Canada, they ain't playing none of that stuff. So that's why he came up with this weak security who got the beats put on them. But I
like that the DJ was like, "What's going on? What's going on?"
And he started playing the Meek Mill song, "Hold On, Wait a Minute." Y'all thought it was finished as soon as the fight broke out. But they said that's what you're supposed to do.
They finished it all right.
That's what they said what you're supposed to do when you're a rapper. When you're a rapper.
I was like, what happened, Ricky Rose? You get punched in the jaw, and then it's like, oh, they engaging. And they're like, wait, where's Ricky Rose going?
Gone. That's what you're supposed to do.
He got behind the gates and dipped.
That's what you're supposed to do when you're a rapper.
He tucked, ducked, and rolled.
So think about
it. I thought he was on fire how quick he tucked, ducked, and rolled. I was like, oh, did he catch on fire?
Rick Ross is almost 50 years old. Would you wouldn't expect Mike Tyson to do all that?
Mike Tyson's literally about to fight a pro fight. What are you talking about? Mike Tyson is doing all that. Try again.
All right. Well,
better watch out. He'll bite your ear off too.
Nah, but I'm thinking about it. If Rick Ross would have got knocked out, or if
I would have loved it,
or they would have snatched his chain,
or what if he would have got what's that California rapper?
Pop Smoke?
No, not Pop Smoke. The
California Nipsey?
No.
Which California rapper?
The one that was that got taken out of the
Draco?
festival.
Oh, Draco the Ruler?
Draco.
When he almost got poked out by 400, allegedly 400 them on YG. I remember that.
Yeah, he almost got poked out like Draco.
But we gonna
He's lucky that because with the Hell's Angel, man.
I didn't know how. So how big is Hell's Angel?
They like not worldwide, but
is it just in Canada?
United States wide.
Was like the Bloods and the Crips and everything.
They're like one of the OG biker gangs. I forget the names of all of them. There's like 3 or 4 that are like the OG that have like members all over the U.S. and Canada, and maybe even Alaska. There might even be Alaska.
They ride motorcycles in Alaska
in the summer.
Damn, that's crazy.
So they get a few months a year, but it's real nice riding up there in the country. But it's a big L for Ricky Rose. It's
trying to stand on business. This is like when Dave Chappelle did that skit.
This is a bigger L for Florida than
What?
Dwayne Wade being a father.
What do you? First,
it's like Ricky Rose getting jumped in Canada and running. He moonwalked his way out of this ass whipping, and then you know, it's like and then Dwayne Wade being a father, which is the worst reputation for Florida.
Rick, first off, Dwayne Wade is from Chicago. I want to let that be known. Number one, he is not from Miami, so you can't put that on us at all.
No. I mean, he lived more years in Miami now than he lived in Chicago.
It's probably true. That's probably true.
I don't know.
I get it. I mean, 18 years. I mean, he's up there. So it's probably getting up there. But I mean, y'all comment down below how y'all feel about this whole Drake putting a hit out on Rick Ross situation. Do y'all feel like Drake really did it? Do you feel like he can go back to Miami? Or I mean, like you said, I mean, he got security guards, so he can go back to Miami. Ain't gonna be no problem.
He'll be fine.
Drake got the presidential.
He's not gonna be like setting himself like this guy to get caught lacking.
Disrespectful.
But I thought he knew better. I thought he knew how to play the game.
He ain't know how to play the game.
What happened to Maybach music?
But going from one person getting beat up to the next person about to get beat up. Oh no! Looks like
we got one more troll. Shout out Drake.
Oh yeah,
because he is trolling the ex-mother of Rick Ross's child, or the ex-mother. Here's the ex.
So basically,
the mother of his child, Tia Kemp. She says, "My goat." After she commented on this latest Instagram post.
So if you didn't know who Tia Kemp is one of Rick Ross's baby mothers. I mean, if you remember back in the day with the whole 50 Cent situation and the whole S-tape, she was the one that did it. She won the lawsuit against 50 Cent, but like my co-host told me, like she ain't get a dime from it yet.
50 Cent been dunking all the lawsuits that he lost, but yeah, she commented Drake on his Instagram post, and Drake commented, "My goat."
Exactly. So you already know.
She the throat goat.
She horrible. She anytime she gets a chance to shit on Rick Ross, she gonna do it. Like she don't care him, boss man D-Lo. She don't care who it is. She gonna talk about you. I mean, right now I think she has a podcast or a TV show with Blueface Mom.
She be doing podcasts. She be doing appearances. She just getting on the Instagram and posting. She be doing it all.
She do it.
She's a professional troll.
She's a professional troll. So I mean, comment down below how.
I mean, who knows? You know, professional hating pays. Professional
Charles
troll
White.
pays. You.
Hey.
Professional hating.
Whatever.
Nah, me too. But anything else on Rick Ross?
The situation
losing in this beef that wasn't even his beef to start with.
It really wasn't even.
It's like J. Cole just said, "I'm not in this. I'm just gonna take a step back."
And this is why
and Rick Ross is like, "I'm gonna jump in this for no reason and then lose."
This is why J. Cole backed out, because he didn't want to have to go to Canada, got to watch his back, go to California and watch his back. He just wanted to ride his bike up and down New York, mind his own business.
He stays in New York. He's straight.
Yeah, true. And then also, what you said? You said something else. You said this is why J. Cole backed out, and he said something else before that. I forgot. Damn, I forgot.
Florida sucks.
Nah, forget you. Florida the best place on earth. But enough about all that, man. We gonna see what's going on with the situation. Oh yeah. That's what happened. It wasn't Rick Ross beef. He only hopped in this because of the whole that Drake's in a cease and desist to French Montana for a song, but allegedly French Montana still ain't saying nothing to Drake, and allegedly they probably still cool about this. So I mean, we gonna.
So why'd Rose be mad?
This is like the second time Rose did this. He did this with the whole Lil Wayne and Birdman situation when he jumped out the window, made a whole diss track on Birdman, and then 2-3 weeks later, or whatever it is, time later, you see Birdman and Lil Wayne getting back together, and you just see Rick Ross looking retarded. So I don't know. Maybe Rick Ross.
Hold on.
That's racist!
There you go. We ain't forget. It's 2024, Coast. Can't be throwing out the R word.
Man, whatever, man. Y'all know how. I'm kicking it over here.
You know how I think about people.
Exactly, man. But talking about speaking about people, kicking it real time. Looks like Chris Brown want to give Party Next Door the big boot. If you didn't know, man, Party Next Door recently came out and said these N-words soft. He's upset. He's mad, and a lot of you may be wondering why. So it looks like...
But aren't they all soft?
Nah, Chris Brown got them hands. And you heard Jeremih fight.
That's not what I heard.
Jeremih's from Chicago.
He's a singer.
And he did a song with Dirk.
Doesn't mean he automatically knows how to fight. It's not a fight pass. It's a song with Dirk.
Check it out the list.
No.
You know how to fight. I did a song with Dirk.
It's not like an Xbox achievement.
Nah,
do a song with Dirk. Increase fighting power by 5. Party next door. I'm finna make these neighbors cry. Bryson, Chris, and Jeremiah, enjoy the nights of your life. Doing videos at 34 that be broke.
So basically, he's talking about
I know 5 R&B singers who broke. They all broke.
5.
Neighbors speak without thinking sometimes, then call around my people to retract stuff. Nah, neighbor. Go on your socials and apologize or keep that same energy when you see me.
Exactly. So if you didn't know,
this beef's been going. You've been showing me clips that they've been beefing for like a decade.
Pretty much. So,
why won't they just get in the ring or just drop it? Or like, what's the real issue? I do feel like the girl in the video is petty, but hey, it's an ex. An ex is gonna take advantage of a situation. She said, "Hey, these guys want to diss you by paying me. I'm gonna get paid tenfold because it's a double diss you, and I get paid." And you don't even know if I just came through the video or they really came through.
Exactly. So my co is basically talking about is, Jeremiah's new video of Bryson Tiller and Chris Brown. Wait on it. He just dropped it, and which features, Party Next Door's ex-girlfriend.
They petty LaBells.
And the reason why it makes it so petty is basically 7 years ago on the summer only tour, Jeremiah and Party Next Door were on tour together. They got in a fight. Party Next Door kicked Jeremiah out because Jeremiah was feeling like he was a bigger artist. He shouldn't be treated the way Party Next Door was treating him. So, I had that situation. So, at first I was feeling sad for Jeremiah, but then I remembered he did the same thing to Tiana Taylor. That's why Iman Shumpert almost had to put the beats on him. Because, with that whole situation, he was disrespecting Tiana Taylor. Tiana Taylor was putting in all the work, promoting the show, and she was asking Jeremiah for help, and Jeremiah was like, I'm a star. I don't got to do that. And he was calling her the opener when she really wasn't the opener. So, she felt disrespected. So, hey.
Well, yeah, and they even...
Jeremiah looking real petty.
They even said that, like, when Tiana Taylor got off the tour, they're like, I thought it was her tour. How did she get off her own tour?
Exactly. So, Jeremiah's been acting real petty. So, this is rapper stuff. So,
R&B stuff.
R&B
even the R&Bers are rapping.
Pretty much. So, so basically... Jeremiah needed a video girl for his video. He hired Desma, which is Party Next Door's ex-girlfriend, and she's the main girl in the whole video. You see, if you watch the music video, she talked to Chris Brown, Bryson Tiller, Jeremiah, and it's just disrespectful because if your ex, that's what I want to ask you, Coles, does your ex-girlfriend owe you any loyalty once you break up with him? Can she go talk to you?
No, it's full hate. They're gonna give you full hate. Don't expect any respect. They're not your friend.
Pretty much. That's what
they're out for disrespect.
So
the opportunity comes to make money and the disrespect. They're gonna. I'm down.
Horrible.
That's what they're doing.
That's horrible. Man, at the same time, you over here trying not to hurt their feelings. You trying not to sleep with their best friend because their best friend be throwing you whatever, JJ.
It sounds like what you got left in the first place, Ghost.
You
be trying to break up friendships. You be trying to jump in the middle of the friend group?
How was I supposed to know?
How
was I supposed to know the threesome was over with once the main girl was done? I thought it was a party all night long. Just because I wake up before you and I get a little extra, that's disrespectful.
No, you're the type that have a house party and have one girl in one room and one girl in the other room. Like, what do you mean?
What do you mean this is cool? So, it was also funny about this whole thing is Jeremiah's going around doing interviews saying, I thought me and Party Next Door was cool. I just went to his show in Las Vegas.
And he said, what's up, bro?
He said, what's up and everything. And next thing you know, he over here dissing me saying we going to make everybody cry. So, we're going to see how this goes. Jeremiah is not one to...
Did they make his ex cry?
Which one?
Tears of Joy.
Horrible. But we're gonna see how this goes. We're gonna keep y'all up to date on this whole situation. Chris Brown's been ready to beat somebody up since the whole Soulja Boy situation. He still ain't got Soulja Boy.
I'm surprised Justin Bieber himself isn't in this situation. Oh, he's married now. He's out the game.
I think he has a baby coming up. So he's trying to stay all positive and out the streets.
He let Little Twist take all the fall.
That's disrespect. That's you always need the fall guy. But speaking of leading the fall, man, it's time to fall. It's couch announcements. Horrible.
But let's go ahead and take it to the couch. Welcome to the halftime show, Tales from the Crib. We let you know what's going on, what's new with the channel, what you can expect on this and the other channels. And kind of little halftime break, stretch your legs, go take a pee, go throw some popcorn in the microwave.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Go throw some ramen in the microwave. Go get your cheese and crackers. It's the halftime show. But yeah, man, what's new with you? What's new with us? We are still taking over. We got this channel, the podcast, where you can see all the stuff exclusive, full in 1080p, immediately, first access here. But if you don't have time, you can always go on TFTC Clips. We do clip out the hottest topics on TFTC Clips, so you can watch that and just check out the main topics that you're into. But, you know, we don't clip all topics for TFTC Clips. That's why you got to be on Tales from the Crib and watch that, so make sure you see every topic. We got the gaming channel. Check out the gaming channel. My co-host has been dropping wrestling, UFC. You done boxing?
Yep. Oh, yeah, no, not boxing.
I got to do boxing, too. We both got fight night. We'll get on that. All kinds of more gaming videos on TFTC Gaming. I don't care if it's fighting, shooting, driving. We do it all. But let's talk about our favorite channel, your favorite channel, the star of the show. Let me get out of the way so y'all can get the full view. We got crib reactions, baby. When I took this picture, we are at 9.95K. I'm actually going to check it right now and see if we hit 10K. But yeah, check out our reaction channel. We check out music from all over the world. And check out our latest videos. Lisa of Blackpink has a new single. She is back. We got over 28,000, actually already over 30,000 views in the last 17 hours. We do got XG, you know, doing a live performance that's like around 5K views. 1OK Rock around 5K views, and Suicide Boys. Those I didn't think that they liked that video. It only had a couple hundred views, but now it's at almost 2K views.
Damn, that blew up fast. They're
loving the suit. They want us to check out more, but check out that.
Definitely got to.
That is the thumbnail in the bottom left corner of the Lisa reaction Rockstar. So go ahead and check that out. All right, Coach.
But it's time to see how many views we got on that.
Did we hit 10K? I'm pulling it up right now.
Probably at like 99999, I believe. I mean, we've been blowing up on the reaction channel. Thank y'all for watching, man. We steady working hard. We dropping like 2-3 videos a day, and we got the Patreon that's booming. So please make sure you click the link below, sign up to the Patreon. Make sure you subscribe to the reaction channel. Funniest thing ever, man. If you think we funny here, we super funny on there on the reaction channel, and we putting y'all on all the latest.
Y'all need to subscribe. We're 26 subs away.
26 subs away from 10K subs.
We're superstars.
Oh man, but you ready?
That's why y'all need to super thanks this video to show how much you love us. But let's go ahead and start the second half of the show, because the legend, the man, the myth, and legend has a new breakthrough in his case. We got Tupac murder suspect Keefe D expected to be released from jail on $750K bond, according to the filed bail bond document. Apparently, they thought they had a breakthrough in the case. They want to get this man locked up. I don't know why he's getting any type of bond, but I guess they're gonna let him out until the trial starts.
Exactly. We got this video right here, basically telling you who Keefe D is and why is he so important. Then we gonna come back, let you know why he is getting a bond, and some more information of who's bonding him out. We got Whack 100 talking to.
The Whack Attack.
Suge Knight used Tupac as a shield.
That ain't true neither, man. That ain't true.
It's not?
Nah.
Why you say that?
That ain't true. I was there. I'm the Wayne Keefe D. Davis. I was a Compton kingpin drug dealer, and I'm the only one alive that really can tell you the story about the Tupac killing. People have been pursuing me for 20 years. Newspapers, magazines. I'm coming out now to tell the story because I got cancer. I got nothing else to lose. All I care about now is
nothing else to lose. You gotta give it up.
The story
you
starts
all
in the streets of
all the
Compton,
details.
go all the way to the streets of Las Vegas. Tupac was killed that night. All the people that was in Vegas that weekend, it's like a curse. Mostly everybody is dead or got life in prison. It was a crazy night, and I was a witness to everything that happened. And it will surprise you, the truth I got to tell you.
Allow Keefe D.
Mr. Jones, what was the amount that you paid for the bail bond premium in this case?
$112,000. It was 15% of whatever the 750 was.
Okay.
$112,000 and some odd dollars.
And $500, is that correct?
112.5, yes sir, yes sir.
And you paid that out of your business?
Yes sir.
And what's your business name, sir?
100 Entertainment.
And you're the sole owner of that business, is that correct?
Yes sir.
And that business is a business license to do business in the state of Nevada?
Yes sir.
And how long have you had that business?
Roughly 8 years maybe.
And again, you used the proceeds from that business and you provided us with the documents showing that those amounts were taken from your business account. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
How do you know Mr. Davis, sir?
I know him through passing. I know his son. I know him. We sat down and talked a few times in general.
So if you didn't know, man, Keefe D has been trying to get bond since he's been arrested in September of last year.
They're like, how do you know him? And he's like, is this a guy I know?
Exactly. So, I mean,
he said his son said he needed help.
Exactly. So he's been trying to get bond since September. In December 2023, his lawyer filed a motion. I'm going to ask you a question right here. Lawyer filed a motion to basically ask for a reasonable bond because all this is based off hearsay. He made the book. He made the TV show all for entertainment. He said before, this is all entertainment. He needed money to take care of his cancer situation. So that's why he made the video. So that's why he's saying that he should get a bond and get on house arrest. Also, another reason is because his cancer's coming back. They're not feeding him right. They're feeding him horrible processed foods. You know, the same thing they say every time somebody go to jail. The food's horrible and everything. But people are like, you should have thought about that before you did the crime.
Dairy Queen?
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, so basically what's going on is Wack 100 is putting up the money to $750K to bond them out, but the lawyer said no. I mean, the judge said no, they're not going to allow it to happen because they're saying a felon and a felon can't bond each other out. Wack 100 said...
Is there a rule against that?
It is a rule against that. The Wack 100 said that him and the lawyers are filing a motion against that because technically Keefe D is not a felon yet. He hasn't been charged or anything. Everything's still going to trial, so he should be able to, get out. Once he get out, he's going to do like, TV show, documentaries, basically, because Wack 100 feels like I can pay $750K. And then I'm going to flip that, and then I'm going to end up getting like, $5-10 million? Because everybody wants to know the Tupac story again, even though they got like 17 movies about it. They got, my coach got like all of them.
Shoot, I got, I'm going to bring this on screen.
Mm-hmm.
They got like so many documentaries. I think I own like 5 documentaries.
Exactly.
That all go into it from a different view.
And all the documentaries, and the cops already know that Keefe D isn't the trigger man of the one that did the fatal shooting in Tupac, but they're saying that he is the leader and he's the one that carried out the whole situation. But I told you,
the dude that he got into it with, the one that was ended up being the trigger man, that he ended up passing away a few years later. That something happened to him, and he got shot too.
Yeah,
right?
I think so. He was getting that gang stuff.
Comes around. Goes around, comes around.
Basically, so with this whole situation here, I mean, it goes to what I told you, co-host. Suge Knight did this conspiracy theory's been saying Suge Knight's the reason why Tupac isn't here. People were saying that allegedly what was going on like around the MTV award show. Him and Tupac got in a big fight. Ever since then, Tupac was like he a dead man walking. He was telling people that he didn't want to go to Las Vegas. He wanted to go basically check on his cousin's family members, but he got convinced to go. And people were saying like, oh, but why would Suge Knight do that? How would Suge Knight set it up? Because he got hit too. He was in the car, but people were saying with the whole Death Row situation, there's already an FBI informant there in the whole clique. His name was Kevin Hankey. He was already an informant there, so there was like, oh, the informant or the person that's working for the cops, he shot at Tupac, and they trusted him.
Was it Gunna?
Nah, Gunna wasn't born yet.
I'm just kidding.
He shot, they're saying Suge Knight, trusted the man to shoot and miss. So it's just a sticky situation. I mean, do you feel like this situation, do you feel like Wack 100 is right to basically bond him out just because he feel like he can flip this and make more money?
I mean, at the end of the day, Wack 100 about business. So if he's supposedly saving someone that was involved in the murder, knowing that he can do interviews and get money for bailing him out, like that seems like the type of stuff that he would do.
True that.
I don't put it past him. I don't know. It just seems kind of weird though that he's like, he's trying. It's weird that he's like trying to like kind of stay under the radar, even though he's like a celebrity. But then he's also doing stuff like this because this isn't under the radar. You can see that now they're questioning his business. Now they're gonna look into his business.
I mean, he got the money. He got Blueface. He got the game. He got all the.
Well, no, no doubt about that. But I mean, like, I wonder if he's one running his business squeaky clean, and if like, they're like, oh, all right, you're gonna, give him this money. Well, we gotta check your business books.
Out of your business books and everything.
So he's playing a dangerous game, trying to, make some quick money.
True. But I don't think he's gonna do this without feeling like he's gonna actually win this whole situation. But I mean, this is crazy because at the same time, if you didn't know, Suge Knight and Wack 100 are real close. They was real close together. So, I mean, with the other situation, it doesn't make sense that you would bond out the person that allegedly knocked out Tupac if Tupac was like yo cool, your best friend. He was Suge Knight best friend. He was making all y'all money. Like it just don't make any sense. Like you said, like this whole story just sounds funny. I mean, Wack 100 is just about $1, so I mean that's the only thing I can put together about this whole situation. But it's
a weird situation.
Or what I thought was he's gonna bond him out and then whack him.
People do that too.
You know what I mean? Like
I just want him out of jail so I can get him.
Exactly. I mean, but at the same time, I mean, they were saying everybody their mama knew that Keefy D was the reason they did it, and it still doesn't make any sense how they found I think they found like an old gun in his house and like old photos and everything in Keefy D house. Like, why are you keeping it in the computer? Like, why are you keeping this stuff?
Because he's old.
He threw all that away.
Souvenirs back in the day.
Or something that'll get you some years in jail. Also, I mean, his lawyers are saying like since this has been so long, it's like been like almost 30 years since Tupac's death. They're like, oh yeah, Keefy D's a changed man. He's no longer gang banging. He's living by the law.
It doesn't matter what you're doing now; it's what you did.
Basically, there you go. So, I mean, he may ended up passing in jail. Who knows? They're not going to give him the death penalty. But we're going to keep y'all updated on this situation, let you know what else is going to be happening on this.
R.I.P. Tupac.
R.I.P. Tupac. Comment down below your favorite Tupac song. What's your favorite Tupac song? Off the top of your head.
Well,
I Get
one
Around
off my top, if you just saying off the top of my head, I like hit him up because it's so disrespectful.
There you go.
I know this guy's old ringtone was I Get Around because he does get around.
You a hater. I like the art. It was all about the art. But speaking of art,
what's that all about you?
Yeah.
Gangsta's Paradise.
Facts.
Hail Mary.
Okay. Oh, and also before we leave, I need y'all to comment down below. We seen this debate going on. Who's bigger, Snoop Dogg or Tupac? You already answered the question. I remember you telling me.
Yeah, and if you think Snoop, you can go ahead and unfollow. We don't want you here because everyone knows the real answer is Tupac.
All right, well, but everybody knows the real answer for this next question here. It's time to talk about sports. It's time to talk about the NBA free agency.
Ooh, that smell.
What it smell like?
Smells like Lakers tears.
Oh my God, disrespectful.
Shout out Klay Thompson for going against the family tradition. The dynasty was over for Golden State. He wanted out. It looked like he'd be a shoo-in for the LA Lakers. His dad played on the Lakers. His dad is actually currently now on the broadcast team.
Mm-hmm.
His dad could literally be talking about his son play games, but he took less money because he's like, I don't want to play with Bron. I don't want to play with Bronny. I don't want to play with Street Clothes Davis. I want Luka and Kyrie, baby. Third option. Let's go. No longer will Derrick Jones Jr. be bricking threes in the corner. It'll be Klay Thompson going 0 for 10. No, I'm just kidding.
It's so crazy.
It's so mean.
Flip-flop. It's so mean of him. You loved Derrick Jones Jr. before, but
I still love Derrick Jones Jr. He signed like a 3-year, $30 million deal with the Clippers. He will be missed. We do appreciate you, Derrick Jones Jr. The truth, you're the dunk goat, but it's time for Clay Day.
It's time for Clay Day. So, I mean, we'll go down all of these teams right here. And it's a couple more teams, but we're going to stick to these teams. So, with the Mavs just got Clay. You know, they lost Derrick. They got Clay. They lost Green. They lost Timmy. So, I mean, with this whole situation, I mean, this is a whole new Mavs team. It's not you don't have to worry.
They got most of the same guys.
Yeah, I mean, you got PJ.
They got Quentin Grimes that was on the
Lively.
Knicks to replace Green, so he'll be a bench player that could shoot threes a little more consistent and play just as good defense. And then they got what his name was it Agensa?
Agensa. True, but I mean, with this whole situation, it used to be a double threat. Like they had Derrick Jones out and Lively out there, or it was like Lively. It was like Gafford or like Derrick out there, and it was like alleys. Everywhere you can go, it could have been the alley. But with this new person,
they're still getting the alleys. PJ catching alleys.
But the new person they just picked up is
Gafford's catching alleys.
Who's the new person?
Lively's catching alleys.
The new person you just signed to the Mavs. I think his name was
it was
Marshall. What's his name? Marshall.
Hold on, I'm pulling up his name. I'm having
for the Mavericks.
Yeah.
So I know they signed him. I mean, he look like he can barely jump. I really didn't see him shoot the ball that good. So I mean, he look he can really pass. He can pass. I mean, it's another ball.
Yeah, he was on the Pelicans. He's a pretty good passer. He's a better 3-point shooter than Derrick Jones as well, and of course, so is Clay. So we upgraded our 3-point shooting. I think he's definitely going to be a big part of what Dallas does.
Yeah, I still got Kleber, right?
Kleber's still there.
So, I mean, that can be another trade piece. I can see him getting traded. But while my co-host looking for that, who else I can see? I mean, who else would y'all need? I think y'all Kyrie's good. Kyrie's clutch.
I mean, I don't really think we need another trade. I mean, I think like we kind of address the things we got. We'll see how this team goes. Where they'll have a full
I think you're more suspect on defense though, because I mean, y'all wasn't.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, what am I saying, Jensen? Najee Marshall.
I knew it was Marshall something.
Yeah, Najee Marshall, 3-year, $27 million
from Pelicans.
From the Pelicans.
From the Pelicans.
They could either start and bring Clay off the bench if you want to do more defense, and or if you want to start Clay, but then like maybe he goes to the bench quick type of thing. Or you might do that with Kyrie because Kyrie kind of plays the same position as Luka. Have them all three start. And then only like a few minutes into the game, Kyrie goes to the bench to get some rest, and you bring in Najee Marshall to play the 3 and move Clay to the 2.
I can see that. And then moving on to the other team, you got Philly. You know, they got PG, Paul George. You know, they were. I think Tyrese. Not Tyrese. Tobias Harris
went to Detroit.
Went back to Detroit because
that's ridiculous. He just wanted his money. That's the only team that was going to pay him.
Exactly. I mean,
they're required to spend so much of their salary cap, so they actually had to give out a couple decent deals.
That's horrible. So you mean with them, Philly? I mean with them, they re-signed Kelly Oubre.
Yep.
So I mean they stay a little better. I mean I like Paul George way better than Tobias. They say this Paul George last year's season he played more games than he played the years before. So
I got to take a look at the roster to see who's going to play power forward, because I know Maxey will be the 1, Kelly will be the 2, Paul George will be the 3, and then somebody play the 4, and then Joel play the 5. So I'll have to take a look at the roster to see who they got to play the 4.
True, and then also they're saying the money that they gave Paul George is the same money that they promised to give James Harden.
Oh yeah, that James Harden wanted.
That's the money that James Harden wanted. So that's gonna be funny when the Clippers play the Philly. We're gonna see how that game goes. And then in San Antonio, man, shout out to San Antonio signing Chris Paul. to the Spurs. I mean, him and Victor. I mean, they gonna ball out. I can see him teaching them a lot. Teach them basically get them wide open for the spot up 3.
It's so funny because it's like a lot of the Chris Paul haters were celebrating because they're like, this is a cap on Chris Paul's career, basically admitting that he's never gonna win a ring.
Basically,
he's fine to be like the vet, throwing lobs to Wemby. But he signed on a 1-year, $11 million deal. I really don't know of any other team that was going to give him more than like $5 million. So that's probably why the Spurs were so bad that they paid him so much to come there. But it's only a $1 million. I mean, a 1-year deal and $11 million. So
you just basically brought a car that's going. You automatically know it's going to break down because if you make it to the playoffs, he finna get.
They still ain't making the playoffs.
He's still finna get injured.
Playing.
I mean, but it shows that when they got Wemby, I think with Wemby they lost with 10 few. They lost 10 more games than they did the year before. But I mean, with Chris Paul, I can see them winning at least.
They said every year that Chris Paul has joined the team that their winning percentage has gone up from the year before.
So Chris Paul.
So we'll see. Especially I think it'll be easy since the Spurs kind of took a step back with Wemby rather than a step forward, that he can kind of get them at least to where they were, if not maybe more. So who knows? Maybe he'll win like 15 more games than last year, but they'll still be a non-playing team or barely maybe getting close to being playing.
And then speaking about Chris Paul and Clay, I mean the crazy part is the Warriors. What is the Warriors gonna do now? They're trying to get Zach LaVine for Andrew Wiggins and Chris Paul. They dubbed that. So I mean
they said now that the either the Spurs or Golden State are actually going after Lauri Markkanen, the kind of wannabe Porzingis type player. So we'll see.
What he's gonna be? He's a center.
Well, that's what they say.
I mean, he's gonna be power. I mean,
he really can play either one,
but he can't play Draymond.
He's played 4 or 5. He'll probably be the 5 if he's of course playing with Draymond. If he goes to the Spurs, he could. They'd be like they're both. They would probably be like the same.
I mean, the 4.
They'll probably alternate on who's guarding who. Probably on the thicker guy, Lauri will guard because he has more weight.
I mean, true. I mean, that'd be some hella weapons on that team. And then you got the New York Knicks has been surprising me, even though they lost a center.
Oh yeah, Hartenstein went to OKC. They paid him a lot of money. I'm surprised that OKC was going to pay him that much money. I guess they want to move Chet from center to power forward. I think he's too skinny.
True, and then so with that situation, I mean they just signed Mikal Bridges, who came from the Brooklyn Nets. I mean, the
Nova Knicks are here,
the Mr. Chipotle.
Baby. I think that I'm surprised that they're keeping. Mitchell Robinson was their starter, so hopefully he'll be healthy, and that way they won't have to worry about Hartenstein because Hartenstein really killed it in all the games he played, stepping in for Mitchell since he was hurt all the time. But then you also got Julius Randle because they got so many guards and forwards. Julius Randle is going to have to play center. So I think you would actually play start Mitchell Robinson and bring Julius Randle off the bench as a backup center.
Julius Randle's not coming off the bench.
He can't be a backup center?
He's going to be starting power forward, starting 4.
But then you're paying OG all that money.
Listen, I mean, basically,
I thought OG's the starting 4.
So basically, what's going to happen now is that
because now they got Mikal Bridges too, so you're going to make DiVincenzo and Hart.
They train Julius Randle.
You think DiVincenzo and Hart are both going to come off the bench?
No, most likely they finna trade. They finna trade Hart. I think Hart's finna leave with Randle. They're gonna get traded in the middle of the season.
They're not going to break up this super friends.
I mean, because I don't know who's going to take Julius Randle for straight up. It just depends on who's going to trade him for straight up. And
I think they should trade Julius Randle.
For what?
For
you need a center?
A backup center.
What who a backup center for Julius?
Because Mitchell Robinson is the starting center.
So you probably going to get with Steven Adams in the package deal?
If I was the Knicks owner,
get Grant Williams.
I would have Jalen Brunson.
Send him the Portland.
I would have Jalen Brunson be the starting 1. I would have DiVincenzo as a 2. I'd have Mikal as a 3, OG as a 4, and Mitchell Robinson as the center. And then you have Josh Hart coming off the bench with Marcus McBride, and then you trade Julius Randle for maybe two players. Because he's like an all-star level player. You get like a backup small forward, power forward, and a backup center.
Well, so I think what they're going to do is they're going to do Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, OG, Randle, and then the center.
And then have Hart and DiVincenzo come off the bench?
Hart and Chenzo coming off the bench. I mean, Hart was coming off the bench anyway. And Chenzo was already coming off the bench.
You think DiVincenzo's going to like that? After he had the year he had last year, he was a starter.
He's not taller. He's not taller than any of them. He's not better than Julius Randle. He's not better than Mikal Bridges. He's not better than OG.
I would say DiVincenzo's better than Randle right now.
He's not stronger than Randle.
I didn't say he's tall.
Exactly. You need somebody to go. I mean, most likely how they're going to set their team up. They're going to set their team up to beat Philly.
Julius Randle's the odd man out, and
he's
they should trade him.
He's basically going to get traded. I can see it now. He can't. They're going to trade him for something. I mean, most likely they may get something that they don't even need. But, yeah, they need to trade. They need to get Grant or...
From Portland?
Yeah, get Grant from Portland or get...
yeah, that'd be another good 4.
I don't know. I mean... I can't even think about it.
Yeah, you can use... I would use Randle to get 2 players. Get a backup center and a backup 3 for Randle. Because he makes so much money, you could probably get 2 medium players that equal his contract.
True.
So that's what I would do. There's been some other moves. Andre Drummond.
DeAndre Jordan to the team.
Drummond went to Philly as well. He's going to back up.
They're not trading Philly then.
He's going to break up Joel Embiid. Or back up Joel Embiid. So it'll be interesting, man. And what do you feel about the Lakers? They said LeBron was going to take less money to bring in Clay. Clay ends up going to Dallas, but now the Lakers turn their eyes to DeMar DeRozan. Now, to me, I actually like DeMar DeRozan as a player, so it's not a slight. But I think he's a terrible fit for the Lakers because I think the number one thing that the Lakers needed was shooting, and here's another guy that's terrible at threes that takes a lot of twos.
Man, I just feel like we're not going to get nobody because the NBA hates the LA Lakers. Look how they did Murray. We wanted Murray, and then they was like, no, we want Austin Reeves. We want AD. We want AD and Hachimura, and then they just turned around and gave him away for a bag of Cheetos. In the second round draft pick. Make it make sense. Like, how you charge us so much to get him, but then you turn around and give him away. Like, it don't make any sense at all. I mean, Atlanta and LA, we're not in the same conference in the same division. We're like, why don't y'all play? Y'all should at least play ball, but they don't want to see us win. I guess they're still hating on LeBron because LeBron and the Cavs used to beat them every time.
You gonna go with me, Coach, to a Spurs game and slander Chris Paul?
Of course.
Like, you suck. Cliff Paul's better.
Horrible. But comment down below how you feel about these free agency moves. Man, shout out to my dog, Jason Tatum. Highest paid NBA player right now. Biggest salary. My code's ahead. He finna say some hating stuff.
He sucks. I saw the number one comment is, how you going to pay that to a role player?
You a hater.
They said he ain't worth it. They said that's Jaylen Brown money.
He did good one playoff, and I'm like, y'all all on it. Y'all glazing him too hard.
He didn't do good this playoffs. He's had 2 bad finals.
I'm talking about Jaylen.
Oh.
Because
everyone's glazing.
Yeah, exactly. Because just last year, I was like, oh, Jaylen got no left. He got no left.
He still has no left.
And then look at y'all now. Right. Horrible. But comment down below, let me know how you feel about this. So it's time to talk about the star of the NBA. Somebody's going to take over.
LeBron James.
The new logo. Bronny James.
We got Bronny James officially drafted by the Lakers with the 55th pick. 55 out of 60, becomes the first player to play on the same team as his daddy, and is drafted by the Lakers. Now, when Bronny is on the break, does he go, LeBron Sr., I'm open? Or does he go, Daddy, I'm open. Give me the ball, Daddy.
Horrible.
Throw the lob, Daddy.
Listen, man. You thought it was bad when J.R. Smith. You thought it was bad when Smush Parker and them felt from Kobe. The wrath that LeBron finna put on his son when his son don't perform.
His son isn't going to be in the rotation.
He gonna make sure you put him in the rotation.
He's going to be on the team. He's going to play a couple times in mop-up time for like the first month or two, and maybe get in a couple random times. And he'll get on Sports Center. And then they're going to send him to the G League so he can get a bunch of reps.
But I thought what's his name? Rich Paul said that he's not going to the G League. You think they're just saying that?
No. He could still be an NBA player and go to the G League. If you're not playing and you're like 1 through like 3-4 year player, Like they'll send you to the G League.
Did you see how? Did you see how Rich Paul, they going to the TMZ and everybody's going to Rich Paul asking him, "Oh, we heard that you were telling teams not to draft Bronny, so it's looking like they made this happen." And I mean, that's the rumor that's going on.
A lot of people were saying that it's nepotism, and that Bronny would have never been drafted. And I think y'all are a bunch of haters. I mean, nepotism definitely happens. Maybe it happened a little bit here, but I mean, he was gonna make it anyway. To me, Bronny is an NBA player. He was a top 20 player in high school. He was a McDonald's All-American. So you don't suck if you're a top 20 player in your class and you're McDonald's All-American. Like, you had some merit. This guy had freaking This guy had freaking open heart surgery. And then you're like, oh, he only averaged like 6 points and 5 rebounds coming off the bench. Oh, how did he even get drafted? And it's like, he literally had open heart surgery. He missed like a big chunk of the season. He came in like over halfway, and you expect him to have all-star numbers? No. I think if they were, really wanted to kind of ramp him up, he should have played another year. But knowing that LeBron's James' age and that the Lakers had a late second-round pick, they made it work. And Rich Paul let all the other teams know, like, hey, Bronny's having second thoughts. He's going to go play overseas or play another year of college. If you draft him, he's not coming. So don't draft him. And so that way when he came to the 55th pick, the Lakers picked him. So it was a brilliant move. They got the guy they wanted. They scared off all the other suitors. And for all the haters saying that he wasn't going to get drafted, no, he was definitely going to get drafted. Yes, he was going to be a second-round pick, which is always a gamble no matter who you pick. And, they actually had to do this to make sure they got him. Because honestly, other teams were looking at him. And he's a super athlete. I mean, he has a 40-inch vertical. He's a little undersized for a 2. They think he's a combo guard, kind of a 1-2 guard. But I think he's going to be like a Gary Payton the second.
Junior?
Gary Payton Jr. level.
Defense.
Excellent defense. Knock down the 3. And he might even be a better shooter. And he can actually do some pretty good dunks, even though he's not like the tallest.
Yeah, he do be going up there when he be dunking. I give him that. I mean, with the whole him being on his dad's team, yeah, I don't see him starting anytime soon, but I do see him getting a couple baskets. I mean, I know LeBron's gonna have to give him at least 2 or 3 baskets so he can be the first father and son duo to ever score in the NBA game.
That'll be an awesome
one thing that
Michael
Jordan never did.
He didn't have to.
He could never do it.
He did his legacy on his own. He didn't need to try to pawn off his son to continue the legacy. He gave his son a shoe store, and he took down his biggest op, Scottie Pippen. But shout out Bronny. I think he's going to do well, and I can't wait until he either catches an alley-oop from LeBron or he throws his dad an alley-oop.
That'd be fire.
But I just still can't wait for the moment where, like, Bronny's in the heat of the moment. Because, Bronny's probably played, like, pickup basketball with his dad.
Yeah.
Where he cuts to the basket and he's like, Dad, I'm open. And you can hear him hear that on the NBA game.
Nope.
Backdoor cut, Dad, backdoor.
I can see that. I can see that now.
That'll be funny. I have no hate in it. Bronny, do your thing. Take your time. Make sure you're still monitoring your heart.
Yes.
Because health is the number one thing. But I like this, so no hate here.
Yeah, no hate here. I'm a Laker fan. I want to see him score buckets, and they got JJ Redick out of that, so they're doing.
Even though Michael Jordan's the GOAT, people act like just because you say Michael Jordan's the GOAT, you hate LeBron. What's wrong with being the second greatest player ever?
He's the first.
He's top 2. But if you want to go off of the people's thing, they say he's 3. They say Kobe's better.
What?
But that's not me. I'm real. I know that LeBron's really number 2, but if you say he's number 1, you're done, son.
He's number 1. But, hey, comment down below where you rank LeBron.
I mean, Bronny knows. When LeBron broke 40,000 points, he was wearing J's to that celebration. He wasn't wearing no bronze.
Just bronze was dirty at the time.
No, he doesn't even own any bronze like that.
You a hater.
He's like, those are hoop-only shoes.
Horrible. But speaking of horrible, looks like
with the 55th pick in the 2024 NBA Draft, the Los Angeles Lakers select Bronny James from the University of Southern California.
You forgot we had a clip goes? Yeah, you did.
It's a video.
All right.
No. I had it written down as a video.
It's all right, guys. He forgot. Well, let's go ahead.
You forgot.
And jump into the NBA NBA draft that happened as well. That happened a little bit before the NBA free agency. We're gonna go through the top picks. It looks like that Zachariah Rashasher went number 1 to Atlanta. Everyone thought Alex Zar was the clear cut next Wembanyama type player, the Frenchman center, but he ended up going to Washington, who they actually really wanted, so they thought they did good. Reed Shepherd went to Houston. He's probably not going to start, but we'll see if he can do something big. Stephon Castle, he's going to be paired with Chris Paul and Wemby, doing it for the home team. He's a lot of people like this prospect, so we'll see if he'll be able to show up. And then you got Klingon going to Portland. He's going to be a Blazer. They need a big man, so he's going to get a lot of playing time right away. That'll be super awesome. The Spurs sent Dillingham, who's a small, undersized player but great dribbles, to the Minnesota Timberwolves for like a draft pick 10 years from now. It makes absolutely no sense. So surprised they did that. And then any other players that you want to mention in this first round?
I mean, with the whole Alex Carr situation, I was real surprised that he didn't end up in Atlanta. Rumors were that he didn't want to play the 4, which me and my coach talking like if he did play the 4, that means he'd have to guard between at least 2 to all the way to 5. And I guess you don't want to play defense that hard, so it makes sense. And the fact that you're going to Washington Wizards, you can have you probably have a lot more fun because they don't care over that, but you get to.
He's gonna be partying with Kuzma and Jordan Poole.
Exactly. Now you get be with the Poole brothers, with Kuzi. What's it called? What do you call them? Kuzi and Poole. Jacuzzi.
Yeah, the Jacuzzi was
jacuzzi
deflated.
They
were one of the worst teams last year.
Yeah, that was one of the worst teams. So we're gonna see how this goes. He can stretch the floor.
And the Lakers got Dalton Connect. Who they said a lot of people believe that was the best shooter in the draft, and the Lakers desperately needing 3-point shooting. That's why I thought DeMar DeRozan, like I mentioned earlier, would be a terrible fit. So we'll see if he still goes there. But
they said he wasn't he didn't work out for LA because he didn't think he was going to end up that far down. So the fact that he ended up here, everybody was surprised.
Yeah, and his jersey number is going to be 4, so it's going to be Connect 4 for 3.
Ooh, that's fire. Connect 4 for 3. But hopefully, he is good. The crazy part about that is they were saying he's an all around great player, and I'm like, damn. So why did he go 17? And I was like, I bet if he was a black player, he would have went top 5.
They're hating on his athleticism. We'll see.
We'll see how he goes.
New JJ Redick,
or see if he gives Austin. If he's good, I think he can give Austin Reeves. They might trade Austin Reeves if he's good. Just like what's his name, Thornton. Remember Thornton?
Yeah. Was it Horton Tucker?
Horton Tucker, yeah. Horton
Tucker was pretty good, man. I wish he would have got more time to develop. And
they sent him off quick as soon as they got him to average 15 points.
I like Hillbilly Kobe, so hopefully that they'll get rid of D'Angelo.
Oh, but how do you feel about the whole NBA draft now going to a 2-day process? Because you don't remember.
That's lame, man.
They always did
it all in one day. It's freaking 60 picks. It's not like it's like the NFL where it's like 700 picks. They could do it in one day. Y'all wasting time. Because I like it because there's trades going on through the whole time. So why postpone the kind of trading?
True. And then, before we move on, who are some people here that you think are going to start? Who has the best opportunity to start game 1? I know I'm going. I gotta go number 9, the 9th pick, Zach. Zach, I feel like he finna start because the way that Jaws acted when he sent once they signed him.
Yeah, they needed a center, but he's so slow. I imagine he's gonna be terrible in the NBA at pick and roll defense, and he might really kind of let them down. He might be a good rim protector, but I don't know. They like to do big guys that are slow. They like to get him on a switch and then torture him on the perimeter. So we'll see if he'll be able to do it or if they'll make him come off the bench. I think that Zachariah, he could start. Alex Zar could start right away. Reed Shepherd, I think Houston's kind of got a developed team or a team that's on the way, so I don't think he'll start away. Castle could possibly start at shooting guard next to Chris Paul. Holland could maybe start, depends on how he does in preseason and training camp. Of course, if you're on the Hornets, you could start at any time.
Facts.
Same thing with Klingon. Portland sucks, so we'll see. Dillingham got traded to Minnesota, and he's definitely not starting.
No, he's not starting at all.
Over Conley or Anthony Edwards. And then I don't really think any of the other players would probably be starters. They're going to have to earn their way.
What about Jared McCain?
Yeah, he's starting. First team all TikTok. First team all nail paint.
All right, well, we're comment down below how y'all feel about this draft.
First team all smacked it all on the floor.
Do y'all feel like it sucks? It's trash? I mean, the only
they
hype
said it's one of the worst drafts in the past few years. They said it as far as like the depth, the talent, and the quality.
Yeah, the depth, the talent, the quality. I gotta say it's one of the worst drafts. I mean, but at the same time, everybody's watching Caitlin Clark and them. We're gonna keep y'all updated on that.
Angel Reese.
Shout out
most
Angel
double
Reese.
Doubles, not by a rookie, but in WNBA history by any player.
And shout out,
Can you believe that the record was only 10?
I'm not surprised. I mean, she was stat pattern. They said she averages at least like four offensive rebounds.
I think she's a WNBA Dennis Rodman.
Basically, tap. That's her. You know, she. I mean,
I could help her with her taps.
Speaking of help, look like here we need to help Jer get lifted up. Get lifted up because the whooping that that Alex put on him was just crazy. I mean, this past weekend we had UFC 303. It was a hell of a fight. I mean, this fight with Alex and Jerry went crazy. I mean, I can tell. I mean, I haven't really seen a lot of Alex's fights, but the way he was, yes, you've seen some. The way he was striking looks like he's a pro at it, and looks like he had the other dude just scared, stumped in his feet, like he didn't want to grapple him, take him to the ground. He didn't really want to do anything to him. He was just scared, like he just knew that he was gonna lose.
Please, sir, don't hurt me.
Horrible.
But yeah, it was an epic fight. We did watch a lot of the main card. We really didn't watch the prelims, man. But we're new to the UFC as far as getting super in tune. We're learning more and more as we go along. But yeah, this fight was pretty epic. They said that he showed me the video of Jerry warming up, and I saw that he was trying to counterattack the calf kick. He was too focused on not taking the kick that he was keeping his hands down and leaving his head exposed. So I told him I'm going to explore a high kick, and exactly when he was so worried about a calf kick, he was leaving himself open for a head kick, and he head tapped him with a kick right to the temple. He actually kicked him so hard he broke his toe.
It was nasty.
And he finished him off, man. It was epic. We wish I could show footage, but they hate on that. But you can check it out on your own. They got like the replay. He went down a couple minutes into the first round.
Yeah, I mean, towards the end of the first round, he was already going down, and then as soon as
then this actually went to the second round.
Yeah, the second round. The first couple seconds, he got knocked out. Kick.
He knocked him out, and then as soon as he fell back, the bell rang.
Since
he wasn't all concussed, they let it continue.
It's just like when he fought that Jeremih dude. When Jeremih, I think kicked him and almost hit him in the lower in the crotch, and then he was like, "Hold on, ref, hold on." And he just popped and punched him in the face.
Left hand uppercut.
Left hand just knocked him straight clean out. But I mean, the fight was amazing. Some people were saying Alex's next fight. I mean, he been going up. He's 11-2 right now. Alex's next fight, they're saying he needs to fight John Jones. I mean, for the heavyweight, so he can be 3-division champion. That way, he'd be like one of the best UFC fighters of all time. Some people say that he needs to fight Mag, but I mean, with me, I feel like Alex is averaging at least 2-3 fights a year. He just fought in November. He fought this past April, and then he fought now. I mean, if he fights one more fight this year, I mean, I gotta say you gotta go the easy route.
He's not like Floyd, man. Floyd taking 2-3 years off between fights. He's like, I want it, and I want it meow.
I can see that. I see that. But at the same time, if you're trying to stay, not trying to get the third loss, I mean, gotta take it easy on your body. I mean, because that's not even a big space of gap between this fight and the last fight.
He's been fighting so much. I think he already has the most title defenses in the past decade.
Damn.
He's already better than anyone else as far as getting the most title defenses. Because usually once people win the title, they're only fighting every year and a half. True. Every 2 years. And he's like, I'm fighting like every few months. So he's done the work that takes the people a few years. He's doing it in months.
Yeah, he's doing it in months. And also, I mean, like, the people want to say they want to fight him. I mean, I saw a couple of John Jones fights. I mean, John Jones, he fought last year, 2023. But besides that, it's been a while before he fought a previous fight with him. John looks like, I mean, he's great with the grapples, great with the submissions. He got the leg kicks. He'll handle that. I mean, that'll be a real tough battle for Alex. But, I mean, with the whole Mag dude, it's like, like you look at his highlights,
what's his name? Maguman?
Maguman,
I'm sorry, it's hard to say his name, but yeah, that dude, he looks like he's been winning a handful of his fights by decision, but he does have the random knockout power where you never know, he might kick you in the face,
true,
or do a random punch and get it. But I think either one of those would be a good fight. Which would you rather see?
What I really want to see is Jones. I want to see a good one. I want to see him go against Jones, but I mean that's gonna be too hard. So I mean, I just see him do Mag, and then next year fight against Jones.
A lot of people are saying that's the fight that he should stay away from, but it looks like he's not shying away from anything. So we'll see what goes down. Oh yeah, shout out the ladies. What is it? Was it Sylvia versus Chasson?
Yeah, that fight was crazy. Yeah, Sylvia, she had a whole which one?
She took an elbow to the face and split her whole head open.
And she went for the key fighting too, and like
they're like,
I saw that whole fight. It was already over. You can already see the white meat.
Yeah, you need massive stitches. Like, nah, you ain't. They weren't gonna let that slide. It reminded me of Steve Nash when the playoffs against the Spurs when they cheap shotted him and cheated.
Exactly.
But the main card fights were all pretty good. I know. I'm sorry for getting off the top of my head, but
Conor McGregor was supposed to fight, but I mean,
Lopez
he got pulled out.
didn't fight Ortega. Ortega dropped out at the last second, and Lopez fought somebody else.
Yep.
I'm drawing a blank, but he ended up winning like a split decision. But it was surprised that dude took the fight like on 6 hours notice. So that was pretty impressive. And let us know what was your favorite fight of USC 303. Always give us helps and pointers in the comment section below. We're trying to get more in tune with UFC and boxing. We don't know it like we know the NBA and NFL, but we're getting there. We're just fans of sports, man. You never know what we're going to watch. And comment down below who your favorite fighter is and who do we need to be paying attention to.
Facts.
In the middle heavyweight, whatever division you want. Let us know who you think the best fighter is. Anything else?
Like McCall said, let us know who you think the best fighter is and also who Alex should fight next. But it's time for some new music.
Oh, I thought you were going to say some new music. I was like, this isn't Patreon codes.
Nah, new music Mondays, man. You already know we putting y'all down with the latest music, the hottest music that's coming out every week. It looks like we need
Who's in the photo?
We already know it's Trunks and Gohan. So we already know we need y'all to check out our TFTC music mix number 5. We know we got that Shake West Beast, 48 songs, all bangers.
Was that song any good?
It was alright. We got a couple other songs we added on there. That new Boss Man Sauce Walker on there, Boss Man D-Lo. It's a lot of fire on there. If you're trying to drive through town, trying to listen to something that's gonna wake you up, man, hit up TFTC music mix number 5.
Yeah, Music Mix 5 only got 48 videos. 1 through 4 got all over, like 200 videos each playlist. So you definitely got a whole playlist for road trips. Mix it up. Maybe listen to 4, then 1, and then 3. Mix it up. It's all a good time. Check out Music Mix 1 through 5.
Exactly. And also, y'all need to check out the music that came out, man. You had that little Yachty and James came out, that Bag cameo. It was a different album. I heard that. It was
He's a snitch.
I wear Little Yachty?
Gonna.
Oh. And then you get the new Megan Thee Stallion. Megan came out. I mean, to me, it was trash. Everybody's saying only like 3 or 4 of the songs charted out of 18 songs, which isn't that good. But it's her first independent album. Y'all please need to go listen to that. I didn't know YN Little J dropped. I need to listen to him. Sauce Walker dropped, which is fire. Also, Lotto dropped that My Birthday song. Sexy Red dropped a video with Chief Keef. That one was fire. 911 with Roddy Ricch dropped. Jerk dropped the whole video. You know, Jeremih dropped the song with Chris Brown and Bryson Tiller. You know, some good music that dropped. I need to definitely go ahead and check it out, listen to it. But it's time for my co-host's pick.
Yes, this is my pick of the week because we did the reaction and y'all were loving it. You can see in the first, under 18 hours, we already had over 30,000 views in our Lisa Rockstar reaction. It's her first song in 2 years that she's put out by herself. It has a sample from Tame and Paula. I thought it felt a little Travis Scott vibes, but she's killing it, man. And you know what? I want to pull it up right now because what do we got? The video is now actually over 35,000 views. So thank you for all the support. Check out reaction to Rockstar by Lisa. That song's going quadruple platinum, baby. Take her to the top. We love some Lisa and some Blackpink over here. But we got to talk about what else we love. My co-host loves him some sauce.
Sauce Walker, you already know. Sauce Walker dropped that ooh-wee. That Sauce Father 2. 18 tracks, all bangers, man. Swear to God, all bangers. Lil Yachty song fire, YTB Fat. All his features on there is fire. Only one I could say was kind of weak was a Travis Scott, but that's besides the point because it's Travis Scott. Yeah, definitely.
Well, I'm surprised Travis Scott was on Sauce Walker's song.
I thought it was beefing at first, but I guess it was looking like every time Sauce Walker called somebody out for not representing Houston like they're supposed to, it looked like they end up being friends.
Oh my God.
So you already know. Make sure you check out that Sauce Father 2, Sauce Walker. Hardest tape out. I mean, you already know he's hardest working out in Texas. But it's time for y'all to make sure that sign up, follow me on Twitter, Felix Supreme 305. Follow my co-host, Papa O'Block.
Like, comment, subscribe to this channel. That's the quickest way to help us fight the algorithm is by liking the video, commenting anything down below, and subscribing. And make sure you hit that notification bell so you can know immediately when we drop new videos. You can know right away and be the first in tune with Tales from the Crib. And speaking of being in tune, we got QR codes for you, baby. We got the QR code for TikTok. Scan that, like it, love it. We break down our shows and clips on TikTok so you can get the funniest moments there. Crib reactions, we just almost at 10K subs, man. Get us to 11, 12, 15, 20K subs over on Crib Reactions. And then there is our Instagram, Tales from the Crib 2.0. There's a QR code. Scan that as well. You can stay up to date with us on social media. That's where we update most and quickest is on the Instagram. Scan that, like it, love it.
Ooh, but you already know, man. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for staying tuned. If you already know, if you watch this far, you know what I'm going to say. Make sure that like button, that comment button, that notification bell, because you know you want to stay up to date. But once again, thank y'all for watching.
Chico Grande, Chico 2 times, Felix Nasty Supreme 305. We're keeping it nasty.
Exactly. If you want to know about what that Trump and Joe Biden situation is, make sure you check that out. Make sure you check out the BET Awards. Make sure you check out the Rick Ross and Jump situation.
Give us a super thanks if you really love us.
Exactly.
Down below. This channel's monetized, the clip channel monetized, reaction channel monetized. You give us super thanks. It's like a tip that goes directly to us to show us some love. Your comment will be at the top. Anything you gotta say, put it down. Give us a super thanks. We appreciate you. Go to Crib Reactions. We got 10K subs over there. Become an official Crib Crew member today and join our Patreon. You can support us by donating every month. Become an official Crib Crew member today. Thanks for tuning in. Another week, another drama, craziness going out. Rick Ross making Florida go out sad. Made my co-host upset. He's crying. First he cried about Rick Ross, then he cried about Klay Thompson. Let's go Mavs. Lake show's done, baby. We'll see you next week. Jason Tatum, you're still not the MVP. You suck.